To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Come on, everybody. Here we go. Off to Neverland.
You're funny. I like you already. My name's Mater. Like Mater, but without the tuh. What's your name?
Something, Robin. You're taking too many chances.
Chances? You must be joking.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Join me. Together, we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
And now, our feature presentation.
Welcome to Movies with the Mouse podcast, a podcast exploring all Disney entertainment from movies, parks, and everything in between. I am your host, Emmett, joined alongside my father, my friend, my pain in the butt.
Your dad?
I said my father.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I opened with that.
See, I thought you were just getting me back from last week, you know?
Oh, no. See, I don't forget things.
I'm Jacob. What's up, guys? Little switch of the roles here today.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, do you just want to get right into it? Like, do you got anything to say?
Welcome to the show and be
I guess, hey, what, episode 50? Yeah, big number here. We're halfway to 100. Two weeks away from the 1 year mark of Movies with the Mouse. Insane to me.
Have you planned that yet?
Not at all.
Oh, man.
I think I'm going to get working on it this week, though.
We got to do something big.
So yeah, we got to do something cool.
We probably should plan it for a couple weeks.
Maybe a little bit of an extended show, maybe a little bit longer.
We already go pretty long.
I mean, we still go pretty long, but maybe a little bit more. I mean, really, like, we average, like, what, an hour and 15 minutes?
Yeah.
And then Jesse wanted to average, like, an hour and 40.
Hey, you know what? That happens on Trip Recap. There's a lot you got to talk about.
Yeah, you got to talk about everything.
I mean, we skipped a lot.
Yeah, we could have gone it. That could have been a 3-hour show for sure with how much we like to talk. But, yeah. We are so close. This year has flown by.
It has.
It has really been a crazy year, too.
I can't believe it's almost February already.
Yeah, January flew by.
Yeah, it's been insane.
Like four weeks of recording, and we're like that. This is our last week recording in January.
Yeah.
It is insane to me. No, last week.
Yeah,
last time, because Friday's the 31st. Saturday's the 31st.
That's wild.
It is insane to me. But, you know, you just keep going forward from here.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else to go, you know?
Onward and upward. Hopefully soon we'll get some feedback on something that might be happening. We don't know yet. Put in a phone call, but we're waiting. So we'll see.
We'll see where the future takes us for sure. But
I have high hopes. High hopes. You know?
Yeah, but anyway, how was your week, man?
Dude, my week, if you can't tell, I lost my voice. I don't feel really sick by any means. Maybe tonight I do feel a little bit worse for wear, but overall, like, I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday. My voice just kind of went away, and everybody's like, "Are you sick?" I'm like, "Nah, dude, I feel fine. My voice is gone. Maybe I'm 40 and
it's
now
you talk too much.
And maybe I'm 40 and I'm just now hitting puberty, and so my voice is dropping. You know, I got that sexy man voice now.
No.
But yeah, dude, it was just a good week. Didn't do a whole heck of a lot. Just hung out with the puppies. The puppies are growing like crazy. Hung out at home.
They're fat little things now.
Oh, they're getting huge. Went on a date on Saturday night with my hot wife.
With his wife.
With my hot wife. I got all the ladies knocking down the door, ready to, because of this sultry voice that I have going on. But no, I did take my wife out. It was a lot of fun. We went to a movie, and we were gonna go have dinner. But then she's like, "No, let's just go home." And because I had gone to the bakery earlier that day and got some like ham and chicken salad or something like that, ham turkey salad. I don't know what it was. It was good. And so she's like, let's go eat that. Let's save some money. So we went and did that and just kind of hung out at home and watched some TV, watched some Big Bang Theory. So that was a lot of fun.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Right? Just kind of a peaceful week. And then Sunday, I bow my head in shame a little bit.
I think that neither team won that game and that we should just replay the Rams and Seahawks as the Super Bowl here.
Right, that was a good game. Yeah,
but I also think that everybody on that team prepared for it to be a pretty nice warm day.
Yeah.
And then it just went everywhere.
We had all 4 seasons in one game.
Yeah.
It was kind of neat. They showed a picture from each quarter, all 4 quarters, and you had sunny and bright, and then you kind of got a little bit darker.
There was an inch and a half of snow
on the ground. So
they were plowing the hash marks down to half field, and then the team would come the other way, and they would plow the other ones, and it was insane how much snow there was by the end of that game.
It was crazy. Yeah, the Denver Broncos, they did not pull up to the game that night.
No one pulled up to the game that day.
It was a
no
little rough.
one wanted
Both
to play.
teams were a little rough.
I find it crazy that it wasn't a quarterback issue at all. We had our backup, wasn't an issue at all. Our quarterback had a better QB rating than Drake May did, and our quarterback threw an interception.
Right.
So it baffles me that our quarterback threw an interception and still was.
My key takeaway from that game, and I've been thinking about it, I've had a lot of time to think about it, and I think the big key takeaway for me in that game was we let Drake May run for, 75 yards?
Our defense just didn't
Our
want to play.
defense just wasn't there this week.
Like, our passing defense was perfect, but it was
Yeah.
also the weather. Like, you can play perfect passing defense when the quarterback can't see the receiver because their jerseys are white.
So it was a little rough, but let's move on from this because we are movies with the mouse, not football with the mouse, which that might be a good spinoff.
Football with the mouse?
Yeah, that might be pretty good.
Maybe.
I don't know. But congratulations to the New England Patriots, our buddy over at Maz's Musings podcast, Chris. Congratulations, brother. Like, that's pretty big.
Yeah, the Seahawks are taking it, though.
When your team goes to the Super Bowl, regardless of how it turns out in the Super Bowl.
The schedule may.
Number
one power of schedule in the NFL.
You're talking a lot of crap for a team that got beat. So
Number one power of schedule in the NFL, making it to the Super Bowl as the 2 seed.
But yeah, so I mean, the Broncos unfortunately lost.
And they lost to the Raiders.
Yeah,
like
that happens, So good job, Patriots. It's going to be a good Super Bowl, I think.
It's going to be an absolute bloodbath with the Seahawks. The Seahawks are going to run over them.
I am hoping for
the
a good
Seahawks.
game.
There is nothing you can hope for a good game.
Dude.
This Super Bowl is going to look like the first half of the Patriots and the Falcons.
Maz is going to come over here and kick your butt, man.
This is going to be a bloodbath.
It's going to be like the Seahawks versus the Broncos again, huh? Super
Yeah,
Bowl
no,
48,
it is going to be
they're gonna
exactly
rout.
like that. No, exactly.
I'm worried about that. I want a good Super Bowl because I'm not really excited for the halftime show. I don't know Bad Bunny. I don't know his music, so I'm kind of like,
but you got Green Day as the opener.
Green Day. All right, I can get into Green Day.
Everybody got all mad that like they gave Bad Bunny as the halftime show and like his music is in Spanish and everybody was mad at that. So they gave you Green Day as the opener.
I'll take Green Day.
They gave you about the whitest band they could.
Don't want to be an American idiot.
So that's gonna be fun.
How was your week, man?
It was like as I come every day, my life doesn't change. It was a week, school, work, nothing crazy, and just it was a week.
Right? You worked a lot this week.
Decent
Your boss
bit.
was on a cruise, so you kind of had to take over.
You had to wake up at 6:30 every day and go and feed the animals at the zoo, and then go to school, and it was a little rough.
Yeah, but you got it through. You did good.
Yeah, I got
I'm
it done.
proud of you.
So
I'm proud of
not
you.
really
You held it down, so he could go and enjoy his cruise and not have to worry about it.
Yeah,
So,
but
it's good to have somebody good on your team to help you out. So,
But yeah, other than that, it was just a week. Didn't really do much special. Nothing special this week.
yeah, nothing wrong with that.
So, what'd you watch?
Dude. So Thursday night, I believe it was Thursday night. Yeah, might have been Wednesday, but we didn't get around to watching it until Thursday night. One of my favorite comedians, Bert Kreischer, came out with a new special over on Netflix called Free Bert. And it is definitely not for the littles. So this is when you put the kids to bed, you sit down and you just get ready to laugh because it is a lot of really funny stuff. So Bert Kreischer is a stand-up comedian, and he's hilarious in his stand-up. Some of my favorite stand-up of all time.
sure.
I've met him a few times, taking my shirt off, taking a picture with him. If you know, you know. But this is actually a show. It's like about Bert Kreischer, but it's not about Bert Kreischer. Does that make sense?
It's about him as a person and like his life and like how
it's
his
a
life
sitcom.
is, but it's fiction.
Yeah, and it was super funny. A lot of good laughs. We finished that I think we got through
2 days.
I think we finished it. We all but one episode, and Mom was like, "I gotta go to bed. Or, I gotta go to work in the morning." So we did skip the last episode.
It's short. It's only 6 episodes long. Each episode's like 24 minutes.
Yeah,
It's
so
not a real long show at all.
Not crazy, but hilarious. Definitely,
super funny.
definitely. If you like Bert Kreischer, if you like stand-up comedian or stand-up comedy, sorry, you'll love this. This
Or
is
if
really
you just
great.
like people making fun of everybody.
Oh yeah, because there's no holds barred.
No,
it's
all,
not.
It's
all
amazing.
So yeah, other than that, watched some Big Bang Theory. I'm falling farther and farther behind on my winter lineup over there on NBC. I haven't watched any of the
That's because
Chicago's
Big Bang Theory is just that good.
It is hilarious.
It's so
I
funny.
love Big Bang. And then watched the Broncos play. Watched a little bit of wrestling because it was Saturday night's main event. Watched a little bit of it, not a whole lot. And then, just watch Broncos and
AJ
Seahawks.
Styles' last win in the WWE.
Yeah, maybe.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
No. That Gunther has his match against AJ this weekend at the Rumble.
He'll beat him and then go on and be in the Royal
he's
Rumble.
going to be in the Rumble. So I think that they're going to open with that match, and then the Rumble will be last.
Oh yeah.
So.
And unfortunately, I think he's going to win the Rumble.
No, he's not. Finn Balor will win it. Finn Balor will win it. The Demon will come out at Mania.
Finn Balor is going to face Punk at Elimination Chamber because Punk can't be in the Elimination Chamber. So
Finn Balor will win the Rumble, and he will become the Demon by Mania.
We will.
That's where it's going. I know it. I have the script.
We'll agree to disagree because I guarantee you that Gunther is winning this match.
I doubt it.
He is the odds.
It's going to be
favorite.
Finn Balor or Roman Reigns.
Anyways, enough wrestling talk. So went to a movie. I talked about that briefly. We went to the movie. We went and saw Housemaid. It's a movie adaptation of a book. I listened to the book and really enjoyed it. It was a good book, suspenseful. This has Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried. Is that how you say her name?
No clue, bro.
Yeah.
Didn't watch the movie.
The blonde from Mean Girls,
Oh.
but not Rachel McAdams. Rachel Adam. Anyways, it was super good. It was pretty rated R, I would say. Very rated R. Definitely don't take your little... This is a great date night movie, so, you got Valentine's Day coming up. So if this movie is still in theaters...
Valentine's Day is for GOAT.
Yeah, that is coming out then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Comes out.
Seth
That's our Valentine's Day movie with Steph Curry producing it, and Caleb McLaughlin voices the main character.
Dude, the animation looks pretty good.
You also have the new Jacob Elordi movie with Wuthering Heights, and I think that's it for Valentine's Day weekend. Is just those two.
So it'll be all right.
Oh, and something called Cold Storage.
Oh, that has Steve in it.
Yeah, it does. It has why am I blanking on his name now?
Steve from Stranger Things.
I can't remember his name
anyways.
now. I feel like such a loser.
Yeah, it's all right. Now you know how I feel 90% of the time. Joe Keery. So.
Found it.
But yeah, that's kind of it that I watched, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely go see Housemaid. Take your significant other or take your girlfriends or, if you want to take your guy friends, it'd be kind of awkward, I think. But hey, you can do that too. Because there is some scenes in that movie that I was a little embarrassed to see. So, anyhow.
Yeah.
What did you get to watch this week, man?
It's just kind of a standard week for me. How I Met Your Mother, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, nothing real crazy, but I have started my rewatch of Prime Video exclusives Invincible.
Okay.
It's just comic book animated show. Amazing. Story is amazing. The animation isn't the greatest because the cast is insane. Like, it has J. Jonah Jameson, and like the cast is just Seth Rogen's in it. Like, there's insane cast on this show, but it has a really good storyline, and the new season is coming out in March. So I started rewatching it. I already got through the entire first season in 1 week, and then I was gonna come home and watch it the other day, and for some reason it just wasn't on Prime.
Oh no!
So I was a little bit worried. But has Steven Yeun, who does the voices of a lot of Spider-Man now, J.K. Simmons, Jason Mantzoukas is who he plays Pimento in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's kind of weird to watch this show and hear his voice in this, and then watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it's
wait a sec, yeah.
separating the voice from the face, and it's a little weird. And then Seth Rogen makes appearances. There's an absolute elite cast in this show, but.
Nice.
I love it. I think you need to watch it for sure.
I'll
it's amazing.
have to check it out.
Mm-hmm. But I think that's really all that I got in this week. I didn't get to the theater at all. I was going to get to the theater tonight to go watch the Two Towers. Lord of the Rings is re-releasing in theaters, but I just didn't get around to it. And yeah, I haven't really gotten much in.
Nice.
So
yeah, I mean, it was kind of a good week as far as watching stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Big Bang Theory, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Big Bang.
Watch Big Bang.
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow.
Well, you want to get right into the show this week and kick us off with some news?
Well, before we do,
I
think we got to talk about something that's kind of big today.
What's kind of big today?
Well, today is January 27th.
Oh, yeah, we had something that day, didn't we?
What was it?
What did we have that day?
I washed my hair.
You don't have hair.
Oh, yeah. What was it? You washed your car.
I did wash my car. Yeah, it's all nice. And
I
nice
mowed
and
the
pretty,
grass.
Oh, yep, in the middle of January, I believe it. There's snow on our grass, actually.
Oh, shit. There was something that we were going to talk about.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
There was a big announcement. Was it announced? Not really an announcement, but...
Oh,
I know what it is.
Oh, it's Mom's birthday.
Right. Happy birthday, Stephanie. The big, according to her truck, 67. 67.
So I went in after school. I showed up to her school and did like chalk markers on the windows of her truck. And I put like honk, it's my birthday on the back and just did like fireworks all around it. And then on her driver's side window, because she's a teacher and it annoys her, I wrote 67. Not thinking that everybody driving past her would think that she was 67. So
it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
She called me and she's like, guess what? He put on my truck. And I was like, what? Because you had told me that you were going to ride on it. And then you were like, she's like, he put 67. Now everybody thinks I'm 67. She goes, I look pretty darn good for 67, right? I was like, heck yeah, you do.
Didn't even space me. Like when I did that, I just did it for the fun of it. And but I had to call and make sure that you were okay with it because it's like quote unquote your truck.
Yeah, it's mine.
Had to make sure, but have fun washing that off, Mom.
Yeah, happy birthday. So we're gonna do a little party this weekend and just kind of cake and ice cream and that kind of stuff. We don't do a lot for birthdays. We never really have.
Can we take 1 second to just talk about how stupid the Pro Bowl is now?
Whoa, you just like totally transitioned right out. You didn't even say happy birthday.
Well, you said this weekend, and then I remember that the Pro Bowl was this weekend. I said happy birthday.
No, we're having a birthday party. We're not watching the Pro Bowl. We're having a birthday party.
Well, yeah, we're having a birthday party too.
Oh, okay.
But can we talk about how stupid the Pro Bowl is now?
Pro Bowl is dumb. It's
like,
flag football.
It is.
I mean,
like, what are we doing?
I coach flag football.
Yeah. Like, at that point, why don't we make it like a celebrity pro-am and make it a little bit more fun and watch a bunch of celebrities go out there and break their legs?
See, that would be fun.
See, like, that would be way more interesting than watching just all of these NFL superstars play flag football for 3.5 hours. Right. Like, it's so much more. Like, even the All-Star game's more fun than that because at least they're like having fun with each other and throwing weird lobs and like actually having fun with the game. No, we're just playing flag football now.
Yep.
And there's no like other competitions. Like the whole All-Star weekend in baseball, you got like the home run derby and all of that, and like basketball, you do the 3-point contest and the dunk contest, and you got all of that. Like, no, it's just a flag football game.
I think they do. I think it's like on Saturday they do like the skills competition.
Yeah, but that's just
quarterback skills.
That's just watching a combine.
Yeah,
that's not fun to watch.
Cool.
It's not as cool as a dunk contest,
right?
Or a home run derby. But the Pro Bowl is stupid now. Can we just go back to slamming into each other and not caring about injuries in the middle of the off season?
Not worrying about CTE and concussions and
obviously
all that.
Like some of these teams have been done for 3 weeks now.
Right.
So,
but yeah, get back on track here. Happy birthday, babe. I love you. This is awesome. You're 67 now. So that AARP, wait, is that the right thing? AARP?
No clue, bro.
I can't remember. It's the old person's thing. Hopefully that kicks in pretty soon.
Alzheimer's?
Let me talk about that for a minute. I will have 20-minute conversation, and I posted on Facebook this morning about, hey, happy birthday, Steph. I wouldn't want to spend my life with anybody other than somebody that I can have a 20-minute conversation with, and then go, huh, what are you talking about? And then have to start completely all over again, and probably have to do it a third time.
Probably.
So, yeah.
I mean, there's been multiple times this week that we're all talking about something or saying that we're gonna do something, and then like she'll just chime in 5 minutes later, hey, we should go do that. It's like yep. We actually we had a whole 5-minute conversation up to the point of you saying that we should go and do that.
She makes me laugh so hard. She's like, I wasn't paying attention.
And it's not even like we don't give her crap for it, and that's why we give her crap for it every single time, and she still does it. Like, holy cow, Mom!
I love her. She's amazing. I just So, but happy birthday, babe. Happy 67th birthday. Retirement's just around the corner, and guys, she's not 67. I can't keep a straight face. She's only like, I'm not going to say she's 35, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 35.
19.
19? Yeah. She's a little older than 19. 19 would make me feel weird. 25. 28. 28.
28.
28. That's a good number.
But anyway, you want to start us into the news this week?
Sure. Let me get her pulled up here because my phone turned off. The first bit of news is Frozen Ever After is now closed over at Epcot as Disney begins installing updated animatronics for Anna, Elsa, and Kristoff. The attraction schedule is to open again. Sorry, guys, in February 2026 with these enhanced features.
If I'm correct, this is them going away from the projection faces and doing actual
Yes.
Or is it like the mixed faces where
So,
like
no.
they're more shaped but they have projections?
Everything kind of came out around that same time. Like they announced the Frozen one, and I think this is going to be the actual faces. And then they like right after they announced that, then
Because
they
like
talked
is it the Walt one or something that like it has the shape of the face,
Yep.
but then it also uses the projections?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
and so it's going to be a little bit more
I think that they
intense.
should go to because they look the best. I think.
Well, I'm sure we'll get
because you can give
another
them the emotion, but then you can also like it's not just a dome that you're trying to project because
Right.
that's what the Frozen Ever After ones were, and they were creepy.
Yeah, if they turned off or they were,
if they
or
were
the blue-
malfunctioning,
the blue screen,
it was
it was
scary.
a little bit weird.
Oh yeah, when their faces would just randomly be blue.
So I'm excited to see this. It'll be cool. It's just a little,
Just a little upgrade, nothing special.
I say a little upgrade, but it's pretty significant.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm excited
Well,
for
I mean,
it.
little upgrade because it's only gonna be closed for like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. But going into our next bit of news, the Disney Skyliner at Walt Disney World has closed today, being, I believe, Monday. For its annual maintenance period, the gondola system will remain unavailable through January 31st, 2026, affecting all routes connecting Epcot, Disney's Hollywood Studios, and the 4 resort hotels.
So when I read this, I was like, 4 hotels? Like, it only goes to 3. But no, it goes to 4 because
it counts...
Art of Animation and
Pop
Century.
I was thinking it counting Riviera and Caribbean Beach as one.
No,
because it's like right there.
No, it's the 2 that it sets in between Art of Animation and Pop Century.
See, that's awesome for them to do that because then like both places get to use them very easily.
So I love the Skyliner. It's probably my favorite.
Could you
mode of
imagine though, like
transportation.
planning a trip at one of these
because that's a big
at
sell
one of
point.
these resorts, and then just like you forget to see when the maintenance is, and then it's shut down your whole trip.
Because that's a huge.
Because
selling point
if
for
that's
those
gone, then like
resorts.
you're bussing everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
And it is horror. I mean, like nothing like if it's on the Skyliner system, it's obviously close to everything else. So it's not. It's in close proximity to everything. So it's not the biggest pain in the butt because it's a 3-minute bus ride from the Riviera to Hollywood Studios, but it is a lot easier to jump on the Skyliner.
100%.
I think that they need to expand it and make it go farther.
100%. I think.
But like you can't do any Skyliner to Magic Kingdom because it's just way too far away from everything else. It would be a really long Skyliner ride.
That'd be all right.
I think it would be a longer Skyliner ride than a bus ride.
Yeah,
at that
probably.
point.
But I just love the Skyliner.
But like if they just extended it over even to more resorts around the area, just connecting a little bit more, just expand that Skyliner well, it would be awesome.
I get you. I love the Skyliner so much that my ringtone for like text messages. Mm-hmm. So I guess it's not a ringtone; it's my text message chime. Is actually the chime that you hear when you get in
like
yep.
that.
Yeah,
but no, I think that they need to bring it because was it at Disneyland that they had it? No, it was in Disneyland, but like the one in the park where we go over.
They had that in Disney
They should
World
do
as
that,
well.
but across like from Disneyland across to California Adventure. I think that would be kind of cool.
The problem you get is too many people are disgusting human beings and like to spit on other people.
That's kind of funny though.
I raised you better than this. I'm gonna smack you. I'm gonna catch a charge here. I'm gonna smack you and get in trouble with the law. That is unacceptable.
You never like Lava Hot Springs when like you're like going to like the purple and yellow slides and you're over the road. You never tried to like spit down on the cars?
No, not once.
Really?
No, that's gross.
We did that all the time. But they were in cars, so like it wasn't rude, but like it was just on their car.
Right. I have accidentally dropped a soda one time at Lagoon.
You have actually spit out the window of your car and flung it into your daughter's mouth. So you want to talk about spitting at people now?
Why was she hanging out the window like a dog with her mouth open? Is what
She
I
wasn't.
wanna
She
know.
was in the car. It whipped out your window and back into hers. So do you really want to talk about spitting on people?
All right, let's get into the next bit of news, shall we? Disney Plus has shared the first trailer for the Muppet Show special event set to return February 4th, 2026 on both Disney Plus and ABC.
So this is the new one with Sabrina Carpenter. Did you have a chance to watch the trailer?
I have not yet.
So pretty much from what I got, it's the exact same as the ABC Muppet Show. It all has the same feel and everything. Just they're really trying to push that Sabrina Carpenter is in this. Like really trying to push that Sabrina Carpenter is in it.
I hope that this gets such a good response and the rating,
I hope so too,
and the
'cause
ratings
I want
are
the Muppets
through
back.
the roof. And so people so Disney goes, "Hey, we want
I'm still waiting
this."
for Muppet Vision 3D to show up on Disney Plus.
It may never happen, but
And then I'm waiting for it to go back into the park.
So if you
see, I think that they're just pranking us all, and they're gonna reopen the whole Monsters Inc. area, and it's just gonna be a whole Muppets courtyard, like the original vision for the Muppets courtyard, all the way back.
Yeah, that would be. I think you'd make a lot of people mad.
And then right there, where they were gonna put like the big power plant, just a giant statue of Kermit.
Wishful thinking, but hey,
it could happen.
It could happen.
But who knows?
But no, I'm really excited for this. I'm gonna definitely be watching it.
Mm-hmm. No, 100%. I'll watch it. It really like I'm fine with like bringing celebrities into it and all of that and doing like the whole celebrity incorporation. But I wish that they would have just rebooted the ABC show and just had more celebrities show up.
Right.
And maybe instead of just rebooting it and throwing Sabrina Carpenter at us.
Sabrina Carpenter, she was the one that was in Girl Meets World, correct?
Yes.
She was the friend in that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then now she's
also in the new Adventures in Babysitting.
And she's a pop star now that is a little risque.
Not like incredibly.
Okay.
But, a little bit more than like Taylor Swift.
Little controversy.
Not really, no.
Oh, okay.
Not real bad. But anyway, getting back into the news here, the original signage at Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin has been removed from the Magic Kingdom, making way for the new marquee ahead of its attractions opening in the spring 2026.
Awesome.
So we're going to get a new sign. I'm wondering what it's going to look like.
It'll probably be about the same.
Maybe a little
just
update. Refurb it.
Yeah.
Make it look a little nicer.
Make it pop.
Mm-hmm. But I wonder how bare that area looks right now with just like it being gone, because you don't Stitch is gone. So the last day, so you'll walk down that aisle, you'll see the laugh floor sign, and then you'll walk down, and it'll just be nothing until the Carousel of Progress.
I mean, you got right in the middle. You got Astro Orbiter.
Well, yeah, but if you're looking down the side of buildings,
it
just looks like a big empty building all the way down until Carousel of Progress.
That's crazy. I never thought about how empty that is right through there.
Even with the sign there, it's empty through that area, because you used to have it's laugh floor here. And then wasn't Stitches on the other side?
Yep, Stitches on the other side where all the stroller parking is.
Yeah, this here, and then the whole big middle with the People Mover and Astro Orbiter, and then like it felt really filled out when we had Stitch. When are they going to do something with that building?
I don't know. They need to do something. I'm thinking they need to do something with Wreck-It Ralph.
That's a great idea.
Something Wreck-It Ralph.
Even if it's just a meet and greet,
like a Wreck-It Ralph meet and greet, or a Wreck-It Ralph. Not a stage show, but like an interactive attraction of some kind. Where it
would be awesome.
Like a Beauty and the Beast. You know how they do Beauty
and the
Beast?
See, they can't do like interactive attraction would be a little bit hard, because like you already have like Buzz right there that's an interactive attraction.
Yeah, that's true.
So you don't want to like overuse that idea. But I think a Wreck-It Ralph show or something would be pretty dang cool.
That would be awesome.
Because there's so much that you can do now with Wreck-It Ralph and everything, and they don't use the IP at all. Like the only time that you see Wreck-It Ralph in the park is over at the Imagination Pavilion when they show up every now and then.
Yep.
But other than that, there's nothing Wreck-It Ralph in the entire park.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And I feel like them doing that, then they could leave the Speedway.
See, perfect. We just solved all of Disney's problems.
We just need to be the CEOs. Like,
sign us up. I don't think I could do that, but anyhow, the next bit of news: the Garden Rocks concert series returns to Epcot's International Flower and Garden Festival 2026 with a packed lineup of performers running through March 5th through June 1st. The music of ABBA is going to be performing. Simple Plan, Rick Springfield. The Spinners? I'm not even sure who that is.
I'm not sure who it was either. The name just sounded really familiar, so I threw it in here.
The Plain White Tees and Sugar Ray. So a pretty good lineup.
And a lot more as well.
Oh, yes.
These were just kind of the big ones that I pulled out of it. There's a lot more. Like almost every single day throughout the entire lineup, there's going to be somebody. But I would love to see Plain White Tees.
I think Plain White Tees would be fun.
Simple Plan would be really fun, too.
Simple Plan would be amazing.
Simple Plan would be amazing to see. But.
So, kind of a funny story. Sorry, this is my rabbit hole for the day, and I'm going to talk about going down a rabbit hole, a very deep rabbit hole that, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So, a couple nights ago, actually, night before last, I got up in the middle of the night because Turk needed to go potty, so took her outside, and then it was just about time for me to get up. It was about 3:30 in the morning, so I was like, I got to get up. So I just kind of laid there in bed and was scrolling through TikTok, and there was this girl and a guy on stage singing, and this girl had a beautiful voice, and everybody's like, well, who is this girl? And so come to find out, I can't remember her name right off the top of my head, and I feel like a complete idiot. But she's up there singing, and come to find out, it is from the band Starship. And the reason why I bring this together, her name is Stephanie Calvert. Stephanie Calvert. So Starship, and this is the rabbit hole that I went down, because Starship comes from Jefferson Starship, which comes from Jefferson's Airplane, which were all like 1960s, 70s band that just like kept getting different singers, and they'd split, and then they'd create a new like side faction, I guess. I mean, faction is a wrestling term, but and so just kind of went down this rabbit hole and like find out where like the original lead singer female went, and it was just crazy to me that I spent probably a good 4 hours like going down a rabbit hole of stuff that I just off of one video. Really? It was insane. So, and the reason why I bring this up at this point is because I listened to a podcast with Stephanie Culvert on it, and she was talking about like her favorite performances that she did with Starship. And one of them was the festivals at the Epcot Center in Orlando.
They might be back.
She is not. She is no longer with the band. And they got like they've gone through like singers like crazy left and right. So they have a new girl now. Definitely not as good as her. She had an amazing voice. So I hope she's like touring or something, because I would love to see her live, because like her voice was that good.
Yeah.
So
I can't find the article that I found this from.
Oh, that's all right.
We'll
find it later.
More of the people, but now I can't find it.
Yeah, that's all right. So why don't you lead us into This Week in Disney History, man?
Alrighty, yeah. This Week in Disney History, January 26, 1994, Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin. That is a name and a half.
Yeah.
Know? Like,
it's not cartoon, it's
Cartoon Spin.
Yeah.
Debuts in Disneyland's Mickey's Toontown.
Nice.
So kind of following along with the potential theme that we may announce for this week.
I mean, are we throwing hints? Maybe.
That something opening at Disneyland.
Yeah, right. So
and have you ever done this?
I have. This is actually a really cool attraction. I actually had the opportunity to be on this ride with the wonderful Reagan family, with Josh and Rick, and I believe there's a video of me, and because Josh was like spinning the heck out of this ride. So it's kind of like a teacup, and you can spin it while you're going through the attraction. And Josh was in the back, maybe he was up front, and Rick was in the back. I can't remember how we were sitting, but he was just spinning the heck out of this ride. And I'm just sitting there going, oh, I was starting to get a little woozy, but I don't do that very often. And I was like, holy crap, this is insane. What are we doing? And Rick's back there videoing it and just having a ball. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it seems like a very fun ride from what I've seen of it. It just seems very wacky and whimsical.
Yeah, it's Roger Rabbit. They hit the mark with the Roger Rabbit.
With doing Roger Rabbit, yeah. Can we bring a Roger Rabbit meet and greet?
I think there used to be, and then because like back in the early ages of Hollywood studios, I know Robert Eisner. Robert Eisner? Mike Eisner. Oh man,
you were all over the place.
I can't remember what his name is now. Anyways, Michael Eisner. Thank you.
Yeah.
He was really pushing Roger Rabbit to be kind of the icon of that park.
Which would make sense.
It came out around that same time, and it was a big hit. So I like Roger Rabbit.
I enjoy Roger Rabbit a lot. I don't know why a lot of people hate on Roger Rabbit. I think it's amazing.
Right.
So
he's a little annoying, and the baby scares me, but
well, yeah, and like when the head, like the bad guy is like melting, like that's kind of a creepy scene.
Yeah, I believe that's Christopher Lloyd.
Maybe, I don't know.
You know who Christopher Lloyd is?
No.
Emmett James. Christopher Lloyd is Doc Brown.
Oh yeah, he is. I don't think that is.
Anyways. So yeah, that's a cool. I like that ride. That's a good one.
Yep.
So our next bit of This Week in Disney History, January 27th, 2018, "How Far I'll Go" by Lin-Manuel Miranda from the animated show Moana wins Best Song Written for Visual Media at the 60th Annual Grammy Awards. So here's another award for Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Mm-hmm. I had to throw this in here. I'm like the biggest
song.
Lin-Manuel Miranda fan of all time,
right.
So I had to put this in.
I got you.
And the Moana soundtrack is just good.
It's a good soundtrack.
It's a really solid soundtrack. I think it definitely outplays the second soundtrack. The second soundtrack is horrible.
Being Moana, Moana, excuse me.
Being Moana me.
Being that Moana 2 is my favorite Disney sequel, and probably one of the best sequels ever.
Frozen 2.
The soundtrack to Moana 2 is just not there. It struggled quite a bit.
Give me a tea. so bad.
Yeah,
it is so horrible to listen
I
to.
did not care for the soundtrack.
And you want to know why?
Because it's not Lin-Manuel Miranda.
It's not Lin-Manuel Miranda.
So
you want to know what music was in the movies that came out at the exact same time and everybody loved its soundtrack?
Let's hear it.
Mufasa.
Really?
Mufasa was Lin-Manuel Miranda, and everybody loved that soundtrack. You heard that soundtrack everywhere. You heard it on TikTok. Everywhere was playing that soundtrack. But no one was playing Moana 2.
I don't think I've ever seen Mufasa.
I haven't seen Mufasa either yet.
Maybe that's what we got to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should queue that up this week.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometime and watch that.
I've heard it's really good, and I've heard that the music's amazing. So
well, cool. Mm-hmm. What's the next bit, man?
Continuing on here, January 30th, 1988, Walt Disney World's Epcot debuts Illuminations. The nightly show includes 13 special effects projectors, theme music, 12 wire mesh grids, 180 nozzles created with the fountains, and 783 firework pieces.
It was so we were able to see Illuminations once.
That's when it went away and then they brought it back, right?
No, we watched it before it went away for the.
So it stayed for 40 years, almost 30 years.
It was a long one. It outlasted. What was the one over in Disney or in Magic Kingdom? Because it's Happily Ever After. Wishes. It outlasted Wishes. Everybody said that this was the best show. That Illuminations was the best show at Disney World. Unpopular opinion, not my favorite.
I know that I've seen it, but I don't remember.
You don't
it
remember?
All,
so we had gone. That was the day that we had our meetup with the DDP over at Bear
Garden.
Garden.
And we watched it on the beach.
We watched it. No, we ended up going back around. Everybody kind of dispersed.
No, we watched it on the beach, over by Mexico, didn't we?
We were kind of in between Mexico and Canada. Right there at the gateway, and we were just laying down. It wasn't really a beach; it was just kind of on the side of the lake.
Yeah, I remember now.
And you and Kaylee took your shoes and socks off and just passed out. And I don't know if you ever woke up. I think you woke up to watch it.
Yeah, I did.
It was all right. It definitely wasn't my favorite show.
Yeah,
Happily Ever After by far hits the feels a lot more than
Happily
this
Ever
did.
After is the best show Disney will ever do. There's no if and or but about that. They will never beat it.
What's it called? One Color over at Disney's
The one in
California
California Adventure, the projection show. That looks pretty cool.
It's up there, but it's definitely not beaten out Happily Ever After. So
Happily Ever After just brings the emotion to it.
Right.
I don't think any other show really brings the emotion to it like Happily Ever After does.
Right.
So. And 783 firework pieces?
That's a lot.
That is a lot of fireworks.
That
for
is
every
a lot.
single night. Think of it, that is so much money on fireworks.
Right. And they're doing that in a couple different parts.
Yeah, they're doing that. It's probably Happily Ever After probably has more.
Yeah.
I bet you it has at least 300 more firework pieces just because it's mostly fireworks. But that is insane to me that 783 fireworks.
Yeah, that's insane.
Crazy. But anyway, moving on. The quote of the week this week. Moving along with our theme of the show this week, if you guys haven't caught along yet. Coming from the man himself, Walt Disney, it's kind of fun to do the impossible.
100%. And so glad he did the impossible and made such an amazing place for everybody in the world to go.
Not even just the place, but just the company in general. Could you imagine a world without Disney?
I'd be a whole lot of a different person and probably not have nearly as many tattoos.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
But still, a world without Disney is like a world without fun.
It's a world without happiness.
And magic.
Yep. The best musician of all.
Magician.
Musician is an artist.
Holy cow, you were...
Yeah.
Anyway, why don't you take us on to our feature presentation this week? We've hinted at it. Maybe you guys have caught along. But we are going
to talk about Disneyland, kind of the beginning stages of Disneyland, because we had the opportunity this week. We didn't talk about it because we wanted to kind of keep you guys in a suspense, but we had the opportunity to watch the show that came out this week on Disney Plus called Disneyland Handcrafted. And it was such a good piece. It runs about an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 10 minutes, something like that. And it is such an amazing documentary about the making of Disneyland and just the different. You see a lot of different. You see a lot of different things that you have never seen before. Mm-hmm. And it was really cool to see the timeline and the different things going into place. Because we all know the story about how Disneyland wasn't quite ready yet, and there was a lot of stuff that was,
how Disneyland
budget,
was nothing until 3 months of opening day.
Right, budget, everything was kind of going to heck, and timeline and deadlines and everything were kind of just all over the place. And then, fortunately, Walt was able to piece it together, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But this really showed a lot of the backstage, a lot of the stuff that we didn't see. And coming from a construction, I can't say background because I've only been doing it for 2 years, but coming from like the construction field and the different regulations and guidelines and, OSHA and DOE and all the different things that we have to do for them, like watching some of this stuff, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Like they're lifting guys off with a crane. They're, tipping over trucks and jumping out of the vehicle. And
yeah, we'll talk a little bit more of that on later in. But let's just kind of get into like the vision that Walt Disney had here. Like what did Walt want out of it? And the main thing, like why did Walt Disney want Disneyland?
Right.
Like they like you'd think like money reasons, like he knew it was going to be a hit. Like no, he didn't think that it was going to be a hit. Actually, he thought that it wasn't going to be that great, and that he was praying that people would come more than once.
Right.
But the reason that Walt wanted Disneyland is to have a place to take his kids.
Right. He wanted a place where parents and kids could have fun together. He had taken his girls to different places, and they were very geared towards kids, right? Mm-hmm. All the time. They were always like oriented to like the kids, and the parents would just sit there on the park bench or whatever and not have a lot of fun. And Walt really wanted to be able to have to spread that fun and that joy around to not only kids but parents as well.
Mm-hmm. And it was all just like he was doing it not for what he thought that he could get out. He was doing it for what we wanted out of it. Right. And that was the main thing. Like that's the awesome thing about Walt Disney. He could have cared less if nobody came and it was completely empty. As long as a couple of families walked in and walked around, he would have been happy with it.
100%. So he was actually inspired by taking his daughters to places like Griffith Park and realizing there was nothing but built for the family. So we kind of touched on that before. He wanted to bring, and he also wanted to bring his animated movies and stuff into the park so you could live the stories.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
That's just awesome. And like a lot of people, like when Walt was pitching the plan for Disneyland, a lot of people thought like this guy's insane. Like no one's gonna do this. Why would we spend money on this? This is an absurd vision. Who would take their family here? No one thought that it was going to be the success that it is 70 years down the road now. That is absolutely insane. And there's people going in the door, thousands of people going in the door each day. And people seriously thought that it was going to be a one and done gimmick.
Yep.
And it would have been up for a year and it would have been gone. It would have been like a World's Fair.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to me what it is now.
So the big thing that the vision that he had, he didn't want it to be like dirty and chaotic carnival feel. Because a lot of the places that they were taking, a lot of the places that he was taking his kids during that time, they were dirty, dingy. They kind of had that carny aspect
They mention it in this documentary that like he wanted the fun of Coney Island, but not the feel of Coney Island.
Right. I've never been to Coney Island. I've always wanted to, because but I've heard from like a lot of people. I believe Coney Island's in Jersey, right?
Yeah,
or is it? So. Yeah, Jersey, New York. I can't remember. Guys, correct me on that, please. But
Mike?
Yeah, Mike, where are you at? Mike Stolfi, I need your help. But yeah, so that was definitely something that he didn't want, and he didn't want just a ride. Like a ride park. He wanted it to be able to have shows.
To immerse them.
Yeah.
Like he
100%.
wanted it to feel like you were in a movie.
Right.
Which is so wonderful.
So, yeah, he famously said clean, immersive, and story-driven is what he wanted in his parks. And I think that's
exactly what
he hit the mark.
You look at any of the parks now, there's nothing but theming around there. You can't call Disney an amusement park because it's not. It's a theme park. I think the only park that touches on the aspect of amusement park versus theme park is, just off the look at it, I haven't even been, is California Adventure. Mm-hmm. Kind of feel like the look of it and layout, like it feels more of a little bit of an amusement park than a theme park.
You get a little bit of that.
But I also feel like it's like because California Adventure opens with just like the streets,
Mm-hmm.
but then like you go back off into the like you have like cars, and then you have Adventure, and they're all smaller themed areas, kind of the same way that Hollywood Studios is set up in Disney World.
Correct. Yeah. So you briefly touched upon it, how people thought he was crazy, right? For his ideas, and investors thought it was a huge risk. It was hard for him to get,
100%.
to get. I think if I recall right, I'm paraphrasing. He took a lot of the money that he gained from
he made
Snow White.
He took a lot of money from Snow White, and he was also making straight to TV movies and shows to make money to finance Disneyland.
He pitched it to ABC, I think, right? And that's why we got the ABC Disneyland series over on ABC every week, and that was helping to progress the idea of Disneyland. And what a great marketing
What
aspect.
an amazing marketing aspect.
Like, hey, we're going to talk about stories, right? So they would tell like the story of Davy Crockett for Adventureland. And then you'd have a brief little talk with Walt about Adventureland coming to Disneyland and what it was going to be. And I think that's the marketing genius in that.
It was just like a trailer each week that you got of what was happening.
Right. That's really cool.
So now we're going to kind of step away from the vision that Walt wanted with Disneyland and the absolute amazing mind that he has, and kind of move more into like what this documentary showed of Disneyland being built, and like all of these new, because this is all, the documentary is a lot of brand new, never seen before footage that they finally found at the back of a warehouse that is just wonderful to see, like the actual building of Disneyland.
So before we get into this, you have here in your notes, what if Disney's vision was different than what we got?
Oh, yes.
So it stayed pretty true to his vision, right? Epcot, like we're
Epcot,
talking Disneyland.
Yeah.
So Disneyland itself, like, could you imagine if his vision was different? Like, what would we have for Disney
what
parks?
if he didn't want it to be themed and he just wanted an amusement park that he could slap his movies on?
Right.
I
Like,
feel
how
like
different would the
in
parks
that
be?
case, it would have felt like Six Flags DC.
100%.
Like how DC has their deal with Six Flags, where it's just a roller coaster, but oh, there's Batman.
Yep.
But like, and it's just amazing to me that like they wanted to tie the whole thing into it instead of just throwing a face on something,
Right.
because they very easily could have.
Yeah.
So
So I thought that was kind of a cool question that you proposed there is like what would it feel like if it was different? And it would feel like many local theme parks, I think. If
or what if like it was like some things of Walt's vision was different in a good way, and like they stayed true to what Epcot was supposed to be.
If he had
Like,
compromised,
what if we were living in Epcot right now?
yeah, like if he would have compromised, Disneyland might have been like a small regional amusement park with just rides, no lands. So like you have Pirates of the Caribbean just in with something completely different, right there by like Small World, and it wouldn't make sense. And then I think that something aged quickly instead of evolving. Disneyland is always evolving. Walt always said that his parks were not going to be a museum, that things were going to be changing. As long as there was imagination to be had, there was going to be new things at Disneyland. And I think
wonderful.
I think that's key.
Because I think without him saying that, everybody would, like, people get mad when stuff changes in the parks either way. But
Muppets.
people would be extremely mad if Walt was like, no, this is Disneyland, Disneyland's staying, and then they tried to change something.
Right. And I think they stay true to the original vision. Like we've seen things come into Pirates of the Caribbean, Jungle Cruise that follow the films that they later on, the films that told the story of the ride. So you see Captain Jack and Pirates of the Caribbean, and you see different scenes that they've changed up Jungle Cruise a little bit. I don't think they've really touched much on Haunted Mansion.
I don't think so, no.
But
Other than like adding the Hatbox Ghost.
well, they took him out and then brought him back.
Yeah.
But so I think they do a good job at like keeping the things to keep people happy. Those are like the nostalgia. Well, that's great. Well, we're going to take this one that wasn't so nostalgia. You guys didn't ride it no more, so we're going to change this. We want you guys to have something new. And I think without Walt's vision, that would have never happened.
No, definitely not.
We would have had the same rundown park that you go to a million times. I don't think the return guests would nearly be as high as
not
it
at
is
all.
now.
And that's what people thought. People thought that people would go for one time and then never come back.
Right.
But now we have annual passes and thousands of people are going each year. Like, it's insane to me.
So another big key thing there is Walt refused to cut corners. He had a vision. He stuck to him, and he said, "No, like this is what we're going to do." And
That's one thing that I find really cool with what this documentary said, is that at the start of this, Walt had no idea how to read a construction plan, and by the end of it, he could read it better than any foreman on that site.
Right.
Which is just crazy that like he wanted to learn it, and he wanted to learn it so that he knew that people weren't cutting corners.
Well, some of the foremen that I have working with me, I guarantee he could probably read them better than they could. 'Cause they're not real smart. Like my foreman's very smart, but
yeah, sure,
he's a Teamster, so we have to be smart.
And you're just saying that.
Yeah, just in the one off that he ever listens to one episode of this and this is it, you know.
But anyway, you want to move on to the building now?
Yeah, absolutely. So, how cool was it, man, to see the things develop?
This was like this one was especially cool because like we hadn't seen it before, but like other ones like the Imagineering story and like all of these other ones that we get to see Disneyland be built, and like just see, like one of the coolest things that I find just absolutely insane to me is seeing the track outline for the Jungle Cruise being made before there's any water or any theming or any trees.
Right.
Like that is one of the coolest sights to me to see, and it blows my mind away every time I see it. And this one especially because we got to see a shot down from like where the flagpole is at Main Street. We got to see the Main Street buildings with just wood.
Yep.
Like it was just the framing, and then you see this big tower that is where the castle is going to be.
So that's actually in the middle of a hub. So the castle's beyond that.
Well, yeah.
So that's kind of like where the partner
statue is now.
Yeah. So it was really cool because you did hit on the Imagineering story, which came out on Disney Plus back when Disney Plus came out. And that was really cool too. I had a chance to actually sit down and watch the Disneyland episode on that this week, just in preparation for the show. I didn't talk about it with what did we watch because I didn't want to give it away. So I did get a chance to watch that, and you do see different, like you see snippets, right? Mm-hmm. But Disneyland, this new one, Disneyland Handcrafted, really dives deep, and you see a lot of the insider.
You get to
like
see a lot more of the working instead of a lot more of what they wanted the public to see.
Right. It was raw.
Mm-hmm.
So,
which is just, it's so cool to me. But touching on that, like Disneyland they announced it a year in advance.
Yep.
They started building a year in advance, and it was nothing until about 5 months before opening.
Yeah, you didn't see a lot of.
It was everything prior to that 5 months before opening was all foundation and moving the ground, and Disneyland was piles of dirt.
Yep, the big brim around Disneyland, so you couldn't see the freeway. Because Walt from early on wanted to have that illusion, right, that you're immersed. So he didn't want you to see the tree outlines or the freeway off-ramp in the distance. So they built brims. They brought in truckloads of dirt and made this big brim. So Disneyland kind of set down in a bowl. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
And that's why you get the underpasses as well, because they built the big brim.
Yeah. And so it's really neat to see that. And another cool aspect of this is they talked about the landscaping that went into it because they didn't have a lot of time, right?
No, they had no time at all.
So they were going and finding trees and uprooting full-grown trees.
Can we just say how funny that would be? Like if you're just at your house and someone comes knocks on your door, like, "Hey, we're with the Disney company. We want your tree in Disneyland."
100%. Take it.
Like, I mean, I don't think they would have wanted any of the gross-looking trees that were in the front of our house because they were a little raggedy.
They fell over at Disney while we were at Disney World.
They did, yeah, the one did. But it's just insane to me that like they were just going and just asking for trees.
Yeah, because Walt knew that he didn't have time to
wait for trees to grow.
Yeah, and so he's like, well, one better. We're gonna just take these big trees, and it was cool to see them like hooking these up to skidsters and big tractors and like pulling the roots completely out, wrapping it up, tying it off. And there wasn't the technology back then to be able to, like, they didn't have like big tree grabbers. I don't know if you know what a tree grabber is, right? I don't even know if that's what they're called. But they have like the 4 tongs that like dig into the ground, they go underneath the roots and lift it. They didn't have that. These were like just tractors yanking the heck out of it and pulling these trees out.
Until they got all the roots out. Yeah, it's insane to me.
It was really cool.
But it's super funny. And then going back on what you were talking about before, the absolutely zero regulations or massive violations that they would be
100%.
now. This documentary, Disneyland Handcrafted, shows a video of this guy trying to take a truck, big dump truck?
They call them reticulating trucks.
Big reticulating truck up a hill, and just he's he's definitely not gonna make it, and the truck starts to tilt and go down, and you watch him jump out of the truck and roll out of the way.
Yeah, it almost hits him.
It is probably good 3 feet from hitting him, and just I was like, oh my god, Disney, what are you showing right now?
Right, and it was kind of funny. They had a snippet of Walt at that point when you see this truck roll over,
and Walt just kind of chuckles.
He's like, luckily there's been a few accidents, but nobody's really gotten hurt.
Yeah, it's so like, funny to me. So. But like, just for Disney being Disney, who it is now, of like they have so many like. What was the building of Disneyland?
Right. So if you look at it and you think they announced this park and then 1 year later they opened it. Mm-hmm. They announced Tron and 6 years later it was open. There's so many restrictions and regulations.
They announced the Avatar Land in Disneyland 2.5 years ago and haven't even broken ground yet.
Right. And so, but there's so many regulations and different things that they got to go through. There's so many hoops nowadays. Back then, there was no regulation. It was just kind of a free go, So it's insane to watch. That's for sure. It was kind of mind-blowing to really take in how long it didn't take,
Yeah.
And another cool part, going on from that, something cool too is a lot of the stuff that they were doing hadn't been invented yet.
No,
they were doing it.
They literally invented Disneyland. Like there was hundreds of things that they had no clue what they were doing, and they're like, "Oh yeah, hey, let's try this."
Right. That was so cool,
and it's wonderful to me. Going into my next little topic that I want to talk about here is just how Disneyland looked before everything came together, and especially one thing that I want to hit on here is how gross and empty and dirty the park looked with everything being around. Everything, I'm talking Main Street fully done, Adventureland fully done, everything around the hub fully done, but there wasn't any pavement. Mm-hmm. It shows a little bit of that in the documentary. That was just like mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
Like the park without just the pavement alone, that's the only thing that's missing from the park. The park looked gross and empty.
Right.
Like it was insane to me how weird that was. But then like other little things like when Main Street was just the framing, like it's super strange to see that, or you see a little bit of an Adventureland without like the little like straw roof like on the buildings, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah,
and it's insane to me how cool it is to see such a wonderful place that we have now before it was even anything.
Just in its very early conception.
Or like when they were putting up the Tomorrowland buildings, and you just see like the framing of the circular buildings. It was so cool.
It was way neat. So crews worked around the clock to get Disneyland open on time.
I don't think there was any way that they could have not.
No, because like it went from construction took about 1 year, insanely fast by today's standards. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the crews worked around the clock. Entire lands appeared almost overnight.
Isn't that kind of crazy? Even though technology has advanced so far since the 70 years ago when Disneyland was being built, they did all of Disneyland in a year, and now they could maybe do a ride in a year.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, if we're lucky. That is just insane to me.
So where I work, we constructed a brick building, essentially. It has, iron and cement. Not brick, cement building. Cement walls, cement flooring. Mm-hmm. It has a tin roof or whatever. It took us 2.5 years to complete.
Yeah, which is just insane to me.
There's nothing, but electrical, there's, like fire, alarm systems and stuff like that, water, and that's it. Like there's nothing in that building.
Nothing in any, in just the fact that the entirety of Disneyland took 1 year to build. It was insane. Crazy.
Yeah, and they said lands would almost appear overnight. Like you'd come in the next day and there's like a whole new different land. Which is way. I would
love to be a construction man on this crew.
I bet you it was a living hell.
Oh, I bet you it was too, and I bet you it was completely chaotic, and no one really knew what they were doing until the end.
Well, and Walt was such a perfectionist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard it in different stories about him and the different movies and stuff like that he's worked on. That he was very, very strict and very. I want it this way, and you will do it this way. And so I think these poor construction guys. That was how you had to do it. You were held to a standard and you did the standard. Mm-hmm. So, yes, it would have been really neat to be a part of that. But at that same point, I think it would have been a living nightmare.
Oh, for sure. But, yeah, moving into just the last little thing that I want to touch on, because it was such a big part of Disneyland and a part of Walt's life that I feel like we need to. And that is the railroad that they built.
Right.
The railroad the steam engines that they wanted to use in Disneyland hadn't been built for years. They reinvented them, made them smaller, and then built them and transported them to Disneyland. Mm-hmm. They built all of this. And another thing with talking about this, they built the riverboat in a completely offshoot, no water around, nothing else, just warehouse that they built the riverboat and then moved it piece by piece and then threw on the steam stacks.
Yep.
Crazy to me. But going back to the railroad, like, Walt wanted this specific steam engine, and then they were like, why are we making it like full size? And then they made it smaller, which is just so cool to me. And like, just that Walt knew that he wanted that, was told it would happen, and made it happen.
Walt was huge into trains.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wonder, like, as I was watching this, and they were talking about Walt's love of trains and his attention to detail. Do you think maybe Walt Disney might have been a little ADHD?
Oh, 100%.
A little ADD.
I don't think
he had a little bit of tendencies there.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that there's any way that he's not.
Yeah, it was insane. I love the train. The trains are my favorite.
I have still yet to ride the train.
You didn't ride it with us?
Still haven't rode the train. In Disney World, obviously. So
no, I'm pretty sure we rode it.
No, I've never rode it. I have never been on the railroad.
I think that was when I was with RT. Yeah, I don't know.
Because didn't do it in 2017. It was closed in 2019. Still closed in 2022. And then I didn't get to it this last trip.
Well, dang it. Next time we go down, we're riding the train.
And I also never did the riverboat.
No, we did the riverboat.
I've never been on that riverboat.
Because I had Grandma, everybody on the riverboat.
I know that I have never been on that riverboat. I know for a fact I have never been on that riverboat.
I'm pretty sure we rode the riverboat when we went. Mm-mm. It was the party day.
No. I never rode the riverboat.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go to Disneyland so you can ride the Mark Twain.
I guess we have to go to Disneyland.
So, speaking of going to Disneyland, you wanted to go to Vegas in June, so I think we might drop you off in Vegas and continue on down to Disneyland, me and Mom, and have a little Disney fun.
Well, I don't know. Thanksgiving breaks right after my 18th birthday. And you know what you can do when you turn 18? A solo trip.
Move out.
So
start paying for your own bills.
I might be gone for Thanksgiving.
Oh, you can take your dad, right? Okay.
No.
So opening day of Disneyland, July 17th,
an
1955.
Absolute nightmare.
Right? Just chaos. 100%. So around 28,000 is what they had expected. They had made invitations, and
it was invite only.
Invite only.
The opening day of Disneyland was invite only. So you're thinking all of the people that work for the Disney company could invite their families. All of the construction crew that worked on it invited their families.
All of that. Media,
that was the group that was coming. They have no clue how many people showed up.
So their guesstimate is about 35,000. People were climbing over the brim.
Climbing over the fences, climbing over the brim. Counterfeit tickets, like there was so much going on with Disneyland, and like so many people. Like opening day of Disneyland in certain areas, like especially around the carousel down Main Street, looked like going to see Happily Ever After during either the Halloween or Christmas season.
Right.
That is what it like. Kid you not, that is what it looked like. It was so bad that people called it Black Sunday because of how horrible and just a terrible idea. And it was hot. It was over 100 degrees in Anaheim. And it was so hot that the asphalt that they had just laid started to heat up, and then women's heels would stick into the ground.
That's insane.
Like, could you imagine just walking around and your feet are just stuck into the ground and it's asphalt?
So I've had to do some asphalting where I work. And I could only imagine how frustrating it would have been for those construction workers, because now you got to go fix all these holes.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's holes from the
you might as well just redo the whole thing.
I think you'd have to.
But adding on to the heat problem, there was not a single drinking fountain in Disneyland that worked due to a plumber's strike.
Yep.
I didn't know this until doing research for the show. That is insane to me.
So they had
over 100 degrees, and they were already running out of food and drinks because they only expected 28,000 people to show up, and there's 36,000 in the park. They have no drinking fountains because their plumbers didn't want to work.
So it came down to there was a plumbing strike, and then right before the park opened, the strike ended. And it came down to you can either have bathrooms or drinking fountains. That's all we have time for is either bathrooms or drinking fountains. So you got to pick your poison here. And Walt said, well, they can go to the different kiosks and the different restaurants or food areas and get drinks. You know, they can drink sodas or juices or whatever that way. So he chose to have bathrooms because
you don't want people peeing in the park.
Yeah, I think it was like you can get a drink anywhere, but you can't just pee anywhere. I think is what the quote was on. I'm paraphrasing that. I can't remember, but
yeah, but like it is just insane to me. And then on top of that, you know, in typical Disney fashion, everything was breaking down.
Right, rides breaking down.
But not just everything was breaking down. Things were breaking down, and then people weren't caring that they were breaking down, and they were just getting up and walking out.
Yep.
Did you see the family in, I believe it's Disneyland, that pirates broke down and they just like walked out of the boat?
Yeah, like why?
Why would you do that? Like you're banned for life now, and you could have just waited the 20 minutes for the ride to start.
Right. So yeah, guests would just simply walk off. But cast members had to improv like instantly. Like they had to be like, okay, well, you know, and they did really good. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, that's still in Disneyland. The fuses kept popping for that ride during the opening day. So they'd be right on the ride, the fuses would pop, and I mean, at that time, it wasn't like a breaker, I don't believe. I mean, yeah, that
you had
was
to replace a whole fuse.
That was 70 years ago. So there was like fuses. So like, how many fuses did they have on backup before they just said, "Oh, well, shoot, we're out of fuses, can't ride the ride no more. Just close it down for the day,"
which is just mind-boggling to me. But you know, it's Disney. No matter how many hiccups, how many bumps in the road they're gonna hit, how many absolute screw-ups that they are gonna have, how badly people think it's gonna go. They got through it, and we are 70 years down the road.
Right. Despite everything, man, Walt stayed in the parks all day. He manned up. He owned his. He shook hands, talked to guests, smiled for cameras. He didn't hide. He owned the moment. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, from the moment that he gave the opening speech and let people in.
Also, did the opening speech almost have you crying in this documentary?
Every time.
It just hit me. I'm going to get that tattooed on me.
Yeah,
like I need it. Like it's just every time I hear it, like it just hits me.
It's special. I mean, that's kind of why we have it in our opening. You know, for all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Disneyland is your land. It's so awesome.
Age relives fond memories. I love it.
I think I'm gonna do that on one of my calves, and then the other one I'm gonna get the partner statue, and then on the stand for the partner statue is gonna be the other plaque.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
this is what I'm gonna do.
So he showed the leadership style that defined Disney forever. You know, he could have tucked his tail and he could have went and hid and been like, you know what?
He could have been in his apartment all day and not given a crap about what people think.
Yep, he could have.
He stuck through.
He could have sat there like Scrooge McDuck, flipping through all the dollar bills that he was getting, and just been like, you know what?
Which I bet you opening day at Disneyland they lost money.
Oh, guaranteed.
Like 100%, I bet you they lost money.
I would like to see the books of Disneyland and see when they actually started to make money.
I would like, that would be awesome.
You know, to see when it went from the red to the black.
Mm-hmm. So, because like you think, what did he say? $10 million?
Yeah,
is what it took to build Disneyland, and that's $10 million then.
Yeah,
like that's an insane amount of money now. How many years or months or days did it take for Disneyland to finally go positive? And now, like, does Disneyland ever go negative again?
Probably. I bet you, like, the amount that Magic Kingdom brings in a day, and we should have done a little bit more research on this. The amount of money that Magic Kingdom brings in one day
covers the entire
entire building of Disneyland tenfold.
Yeah.
You know, well, you know, when tickets are $200 a piece and you get, you know, I don't know what, 35,000 people a day. I don't know if there's probably more than that. It's probably closer to like 100, 200,000 people a day that go into the parks. It's just, it's wild to me. So just real quick, this isn't in your outline, man. So I'm sorry, I am going to kind of hijack for a minute. I just want to talk about some of the opening day attractions that were there. So you had the Jungle Cruise, which was originally a serious ride, documentary style at Disney River Adventure. So you didn't get the corny dad jokes.
You didn't have a skipper. You didn't have people telling jokes.
Right. It was more because Walt wanted an animal themed ride. He wanted to have real animals in there, kind of what we got
with
later on at Safari at Animals Kingdom. No jokes. The mechanical animals often broke down inside this ride.
Don't they still?
Yeah, they're a little worse for wear. And then one of the rides that really struggled opening day was the river, Jungle Cruise. Peter Pan's Flight opened but had extremely long lines. Surprise, surprise! You know,
Peter Pan's Flight with a long line.
Go
God
imagine.
Forbid.
One of the most popular attractions immediately and still to this day. For some reason, Peter Pan's Flight is always one of the longest lines.
The first suspended dark ride.
Excuse me.
Like very first
tried to hold that
suspended
in,
dark
sorry.
ride. They invented the suspended dark ride,
Yeah.
which is crazy to me.
So, and people didn't fully understand the hanging ship concept just yet. So I can only imagine that would have been kind of
A
a
little
trip.
scary, yeah.
You know, you take
You
off,
look down and there's no track.
You're on the ground and then you take off and you're pixie dusted. So you're flying over London and you're going through the scenes of Peter Pan. I think that would have been so
It would have
amazing.
been so much fun.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride was another one. Very different from anything guests had ever ridden. Fast, chaotic, and confusing in a good way. And then already had that what just happened energy. So one of the only rides in Disneyland where you actually simulate death. So pretty neat. Snow White's Adventure. It was scary by 1955 standards. Guests were confused by Snow White wasn't visible in this ride. So Snow White isn't in this ride. At the time. Later reworked multiple times because of guest feedback. So people said it was scary, you needed more Snow White, they added it in. And so now there's some really cool special effect features. And still to this day, people are still complaining about different things and it's changing all the time. I think just recently they had to redo the ending because Prince Charming kisses Snow White and they didn't like that. And so they changed it. And, the Autotopia, one of the biggest hits with families. Kids love driving themselves, and fuel fumes plus the heat, not the most pleasant opening day experience.
Yeah, that had to have been, because even nowadays, like going to the Speedway or going to Autotopia, it smells.
So Autotopia is different.
Autotopia is electric now, isn't
cars,
it?
yeah. Because, it's in the state of California, they have different regulation and rules and, all that
I think
fun stuff.
either shortly in the future, the Speedway will go away or the Speedway will go electric. But back then, nothing was on the track.
Yeah.
It was all just free
Like bumper
road
cars.
and bumper cars, and they just drove where they wanted to go. Could you imagine being a cast member and being like, okay, like this is a 4-year-old driving this car. You're like, okay, come into this lane. You got to get off now. And he just zooms past you.
I'm not done riding.
Yeah, it would be so horrible to maintain people.
Another one of the main opening attractions was Mark Twain's Riverboat, a symbol of classic Americana, one of the calmer attractions, and helps sell the idea of Disneyland as more than just rides. So this is a really cool, nice slow ride through the rivers of America. Unlike Art Winkletter in the opening day news
Speech
broadcast,
for it,
he was like, "This is the rivers of the world." I mean America.
So funny.
And then, of course, the Disneyland Railroad. One of the most important attractions to Walt Disney personally was the railroad, and that was a must-have for opening day. He helped guests explore the park when walking was exhausting. It was hot. It was miserable. So that got you through the park. And then Mad Tea Party. So it's a simple concept. Instant hit, physical ride with very few technical issues. Crowd favorite despite the heat.
And the carousel.
Yep.
But the carousel.
But yeah, not everything rides. Some of the rides broke down constantly, opened late. They weren't even fully finished.
No.
I mean, because up until the day that they opened, they were still working on stuff. Paint was drying. They were still working on certain things.
It's insane that like a week before opening day, they were putting cars into the thing.
Right.
It's just crazy to me.
So, guys, if you haven't had a chance to get over and watch Disneyland Handcrafted over on Disney Plus, or the Imagineering Story, because that is a really cool one as well.
Or another really fun one, Behind the Attraction, is amazing fun as well.
Yep. It kind of dives deeper into the attractions themselves. Go over on Disney Plus, watch Handcrafted, watch Imagineering Story. We have a little bit left of the 70th anniversary, and get out there.
We're getting down there.
Like it. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be one of the celebrations
the
that I don't
first celebration here in the last little bit that you don't make it to,
right? And that's okay.
Unless
unless I win the Walt lottery, or there's one of our amazing guests that want to take us with them. Like flight, hotel, and
just a little bit extra.
I'll take the time off work. But yeah, it's super amazing to watch. There's not a lot of like dialogue in this documentary. It's a lot of just videos and the different things and the OMG moments that when you're watching this going, what in the heck are they doing? Like that was fun to watch. So I really, really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it so much. And it just, I'm a nerd. I love documentaries no matter what, but this one really just kind of hit the feels a little bit.
It hit a little different.
Because like you're seeing all this really cool stuff and it's all happy, and then Walt gives the speech and like I was about to tear up.
Yeah.
But I'm also just a big baby, so
yeah, well, you know how that is.
Who knows?
So.
Anyway, there's one thing completely off topic, end of the feature presentation here, but I wanted to talk about it because we were talking about rides breaking down, and I just kind of wanted to touch on it because I thought it was really interesting. So, as you may know, why can't I remember the name?
I have no clue where you're going, so I can't even help you out.
Stardust Racers and Epic Universe the other week valleyed.
Yeah.
So it made it over the first hill, didn't get the second one, and then couldn't get over. They don't have a way to just move the cart.
They have to get a crane.
They have to get a crane, completely remove it, pull it off, and then replace it back in the station.
How wild is that?
That is insane to me.
Yeah, with all the technology that we have, we still can't.
But
do it.
like when he started to explain why, like if they were to have something to either push or pull it, like they wouldn't be able to get the force, and then it would just valley too.
The inertia would screw it up. I can't believe I used that word right.
Holy cow, you did.
That was a big...
Now, which law of motion is that?
That is Newton's law of motion.
Yeah, but which one? There's 3, bud.
That is the first one.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
I
don't know. Was it Newton?
It's either the
Newton's,
first or second. Yeah, you were right on Newton.
Are you sure? Because I thought it was like Newton's law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
No.
Isn't that Newton's
It's
law?
Newton's laws of motion.
Anyways, I sounded really cool for a minute.
But like that's just insane to me. Like with the technology that we have, like they don't have something that can just like get the like wheels to clench a little bit more so they catch and then just back it up. They have to completely remove each and every bottom wheel, get a crane, pull it off, drop it down onto a car, drive it back to the station, pull it back up, and put it back onto the crane. It's insane to me.
It's wild.
Anyway, closing statements?
Well, guys, as always, I'm going to tell you guys, go pop some popcorn, sit down with the family, queue up Disneyland Handcrafted over on Disney Plus. Watch it. It's such a great movie, guys. This is my pick of the week for you guys to watch because it is so amazing. Other than that, man, sit down with the family, enjoy the Pro Bowl. I can't even say it with a straight face. The Broncos will be there.
For everybody that listens to us and is in the Midwest, in the northern Midwest, stay inside.
Yeah, well,
you guys are gonna freeze.
Anybody like
have you seen the weather map?
Yeah, it's
everybody's
insane.
like under 30, under 30, under 30, and then Florida's 80.
Yeah, it's insane, guys. Stay safe out there. Definitely if you have a chance, stock up on some water. Get your batteries ready.
Stay away
flashlights.
From the exploding trees.
Yeah. So my boss is actually in Tennessee. He actually got hung up in Tennessee for 2 days. He just made it back today. From Tennessee,
insane.
And because flights got canceled, without power.
At the store, we had our seed shipment come in late because of the weather.
Yeah, it's insane. So be safe out there, guys. It is insane. I know here in Idaho we have 0 snow. It's cold.
I don't even think it's not even supposed to. It's supposed to be just kind of normal weather for us.
Right. It's been pretty cold.
I think we're supposed to warm up this week,
which I'm all right with. I mean, I feel bad for everybody else. So, other than that, guys, stay safe. Love each other, love each other, love each other. I know right now in this world, I will not get political on here. I just know there's a lot of turmoil, a lot of confusion, a lot of hurt feelings inside of our world, and just whatever you can do, love one another, be friends with each other, even if you have differing opinions. Just be there for each other. We're neighbors. We're like brothers and sisters. So let's act like it, and love one another. That's all I can say. And have a great week. It's Royal Rumble week, man. Let's go.
Royal Rumble week.
Let's go.
Yeah. But anyway, same here as me as always. Have a great week, guys. Go out, watch Handcrafted. Watch one of my favorite series on Disney Plus is Behind the Attraction. It just literally deep dives all the classic rides. It goes in the second season. It goes into the food that the parks do. It goes into the fireworks. Like it is an amazing documentary, and it's like 2 seasons long with like 7 episodes each. It's so wonderful to watch. But just go out there and like watch the nerdier side of Disney, like watch all of this happening. Watch like what's the Animal Kingdom one that goes through all the animals. I can't remember the name.
Isn't it called Animal Kingdom?
I think it's called Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, something like that.
And like all of these other ones that just go through of how Disney ended up where it is now, and they're all so much fun to watch. But that is all that I got for you. Do you have anything else?
I just want to reiterate happy birthday to my beautiful wife. I can't believe she still puts up with me even after all this time. But I am so grateful to have her in my life, and she is definitely kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So that's all I got, man.
But anyway, that's going to do it for this week's journey through the magic of Disney movies. Thanks for watching, listening, and dreaming with us. And until next time, may your week be filled with adventure, laughter, and a little bit of Disney magic. See y'all real soon. Good night.
Good night.
When you wish upon a star, your dreams really do
Until we see you again, have a safe trip home. Thank you and good night.
So long, everybody. See you real soon.